Good afternoon, everybody. Friday again, 2 o'clock. And what does that mean? It means that it's time for a little bit of tangling from, here at HQ today, all sorted and ready for Monday, or almost anyway. But got some fabulous new bits and pieces that I might even show you because Leslie's not in and Dobby's not in. So it's all quite exciting and get away with a few things. But what we're going to go do today then, okay, so I've got an olive tile from a regular tile mix. Just put my name, date, and the number on it, and I've not done anything on the back here or the front. It's just all about just having this little bit of a thing going on there, okay? So first things first then, and I'm going to come in with pencil just to start off with. Let's go a little bit bigger. Okay, and here we go. So I'm going to start sort of middle area. Doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, we know that. And I'm going to put myself a bubble in there, not too small, but it's almost, I don't know, maybe about an inch-ish in size, something like that. Okay, happy with that? Lovely. So, straight in with pen. Now, take your time with this. Let's just sort of go in a little bit more. Okay, if I can, that's it. So, oh, I don't want to use a 5, I want to use a 3. I'm going to put in a little bit of a part. Now, when you're sort of doing this, take your time with it. You know, it doesn't have to be completely perfect. You have stencils if you want to do that. That's not a problem. So you can amend it as you go round. It's fine. A little bit there as well. So I've got a bit of a bubble going on. Okay. So once I've done that, I'm going to try and do another shape inside it, similar sort of thing, not too wide, keeping it almost like a bit of a frame. So let's work our way around and okay, so let's have a little look at that in terms of where it is. It's sort of ish in the middle. All right, never going to be exact, but that's where we want it to be. I think I am going to just remove some of that pencil. Again, always do this once you're sure that your pen's dry. That should be fine, okay? So, next bit. Hello, everybody. Lovely to see you. Hope we're all okay this afternoon. I'm going to draw a little bit of a part sort of shape around, okay? And then I'm going to create a sort of half moon kind of shape like that, okay? And then whilst I'm in there, I'm going to come in and draw a shape within. Now you need to make this a little bit bigger than you perhaps normally would because we want to put an extra line on the inside like that. Okay, so let's turn around the next one then, and it doesn't matter which way you go round. So let's have a look. I'm going to draw a little bit of one here and then round just a little bit. So it's sort of a similar size. And then again up and create that shape. And as before, I'm going to come in and draw in those lines like that. Okay. So, another one. Down this sort of side here. And then follow around that original shape. Maybe that's a little bit big, but that's okay. It's better they're too big than too small. All right. Oh, Charlotte, don't worry about it. Just do the one that we were working on. You know, when you get time, you can always go back and do the rest. It's never any pressure. You don't have to do them all. I know we like to keep it tidy and have them. And I know there was a post on recently, wasn't there, about how people are storing their tiles. Mine are actually in a lever arch file at the minute, so I can flick through if I need to. And I know in the past I've used them for cards and all sorts of things. But I think I need to have a library or a record of them, which is why they're in there. Yeah. Oh, brilliant, Sue. Glad you got your book. Hope you're doing okay. And I know that there was a bit of an issue with Christmas wasn't there and post. But hopefully now everything's covered. If you've still got an issue where, you know, an order got lost through the TV channel and you still want your items or you want to speak to me about it, you know where I am. Drop me an email. But I think I've sorted everybody now that wanted to be sort of sorted out. So, all done. Okay. So you see what I'm doing now? I'm actually working my way around and each time I'm creating a kind of a shape, but it's not touching the last one. It's coming up and around. Okay. And then in we go with another line. Oh, let's join that one. And then in again. Okay. So again, working my way around. Sort of following the shape. I think you get an idea or a feel for the size of each shape. They don't all have to be the same, but you get into that kind of mode. You see. And same on this one. Okay. And back along. And in there. So each one is starting to look a little bit different now. The shape's going to change according to how, you know, you're sort of doing the last one. But that's okay. They're all going to be slightly different. And then we go. Okay. Next one. Now this one a little bit different, look, because you see I've only got a bit there. So do I choose to do one there, or do I take it up a little bit and then over and around like that? That looks okay. But you know, you can choose to work on whatever shape and how it sort of fits for you. Oh, Kathy, I know, Stoke-on-Trent, that's going to be fun, isn't it? I know there's other classes in between now and then. And of course, I am going to the stamp pad with Gwen over in the moors at the beginning of March. And so that's coming first. Excited about that one. I love Gwen Fletcher. We go back a long way. So if you've not seen that post, have a look on Gwen's page. I think I've shared it onto ours, so should be fun. And then, oh, what else? Gosh, there's a lot happening in March. February seems a bit quiet compared. Well, March is also the NEC, isn't it? I've not got a stand there, but I am going to be there with Hobby Maker, I think, on the Thursday. So quite a lot of bits and pieces in the planning. But yeah, I think, well, our next classes are in March here at HQ, but I think I've got the stamp pad before that. That's the beginning of March. I know Leslie's not here today, or she'd be in saying, no, it's this date and you do it on this time. But she's not in. She doesn't come in on Fridays. Okay. So you see this one then, I'm going to make a decision. Do I want to sort of stop it and have a border, or do I want to take it off as though it's continuing? And that's a choice you can make, because, you know, it's your picture. And then working it round again. See, that one's sort of going to go up there. And Dobby's back, I think, this weekend. So I know he's been away with Pauline on her cruise. So I'll see what he's got to say for himself when he gets back, if he shows his face. All right, let's do another. So you can see, if you've got some really small ones, then it's going to take you a little bit longer to do these. Oh, it could be Maria. It could be that my you know, I don't always think in a sense about what's coming and going. I think I just draw what I feel. But yeah, it's quite nice. And this is a great one if you've got a space that you do need to fill. You can sort of create this kind of a design in it. Lots of variations as well. So this is not the only one we're doing. We've got other things coming. So let's fill our space. So see here now, I'm just going to have a section of it. And then another one here. It's going to go up there. Let's have a look, see, we can't really fit much there, but I can get another part of one in there. And a part of one in there. Okay. There you are. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do, I want to come in with my 05 pen. And let's start back in the middle. Choose a side, doesn't matter where in a sense. And I'm going to come in, see on this top area, and I'm going to thicken up part of that shape. See? Like that. And then let's have a look. So come into the next one. You've got to look at this now because we've got lots of lines, but this is going to give us a little bit of a definition in them. Okay, so that one there, look, I'm sticking with that top edge. See, it's sort of thick and it's sort of getting its way down. So the one above is going to work in a similar fashion. Okay, so see, it is a little bit thicker. It's not just sort of a pen thickness. Okay, let's make sure all that's filled in. So let's have a look at this one here. I'm going to see that part of it there. Okay, again, filling it in, then it sort of comes back on itself like so. Oh, thank you, Maureen. I do try and make tiles different so everybody likes at least one during the week or fortnight or something. If I can, try and do different things. So let's have a look at this one here. I'm going to sort of do, let's have a look, that part. You see, so I'm trying to keep it on the top if I can. Let me just fill that in. Okay. I'm not going in with my brush pen because I don't think it's thick enough that it needs that. Okay. Oh yeah, it could be rose, it could be kaleidoscope like. You could actually do lots of different colours and things, couldn't you? See, so this one, it's sort of at the top here, so I'm going to touch on a little bit there. This one you're not really going to see anything because it's sort of the top's over here. This one though, let's go with that top edge there, and then here, that top edge there, and then of course here, edge there. You see how it sort of starts thicker and it gets a little bit thinner as it works its way around, and the same sort of thing there. Yeah, so this bit here, that one's easy enough. I'm going to fill in that bottom bit there, and then here a little bit there. As long as you sort of think I'm going to keep it, you know, the same. So these are all as top as I can do them, if you know what I mean. So this one, look, is there. So a bit of that one. And then that one as well. Okay. And then into this one. around a bit there. If you're not sure about where to do this, you could always come in with pencil first and put your marks in, and then make your decision if it looks right. Because usually that your eyes will tell you if it looks right or not. And you can, of course, you can then rub those bits out and make amendments if you need to. But entirely up to you. You can just go for it if you want. And see where it leads. And then across the top of this one. And of course, going in with that thick pen, it really makes a difference, doesn't it? So, same with this one. And sort of like draw it in, see where it goes. And then of course there's a little one there. Okay, let's have a look. Have I missed any? Have I got them all? Okay, see, look, it looks a little bit 3D already, doesn't it? Okay, so with that all done and sorted, what I want to do now, I want to bring a bit of pencil in first, and then I'm going to come back in a short while. So let's bring that pencil in. Oh, Alicia, just give it a go. Honestly, you're going to get a slightly different feel for it. But if you've got to go a little bit wobbly, make the gaps in between a little bit wider. And, you know, you could just stick with your regular pen for that and give it a little bit of a difference. So what I'm doing now, I'm putting pencil where I've put that thick pen. So not being completely neat about it, just needs a little bit. So I'm going to put a bit in there. Okay. And work it in that way. Don't want to overdo it, I don't want loads, but you want a bit on each one. Okay. Tortillon then. And if we soften around each of those, you see little swirls. And then into this one. So just sort of each one, we're going to come in and add a little bit of shading to it. And there. Not filling the whole shape. And a little bit of it. Okay. And to that one. Okay, just little bits. You can always come back and add more if you feel it needs it, but I haven't finished the drawing yet, but I wanted to do this bit first. Okay. Just making sure you've got each one. It's got a little bit of graphite in it. As you go. Okay. And that's that bit done. All right. So I'm going to come in now with my white gel pen. Now, of course, you know, when you first open it, you see it's got a little bit of white on it. It's not always, sometimes it's dried. I always just do a quick test just to make sure it's working okay. And let's have a look at this. So what I want to do is, you see where I've got this sort of line of black? On the other side of it, I'm going to add a line of white. Take your time with it. And of course, if you want to do this with the white chalk pencil instead, you can do it with the white chalk pencil. It just might be a little bit easier than doing this if your hand's not so steady. Just follow it round. You know, if you've got to do it in little bits, that's fine too. Do it in little bits. Of course, it's going to sort of kind of neaten that top edge up as well, if you need it to. And if it's on a dark tile like this, then it is going to stand out a bit more. Come all the way around. Just working my way around. So this one too. You see, coming around. That was probably the most tricky one, doing that. Everything else is sort of manageable with one or two strokes. Put that in. And along that one as well. And this one. See, it's just that little bit of white makes all the difference. It really starts to give it a little bit of dimension there. We'll have a look at the whole thing in a minute. But just want to get all these done along here, and that one. All right. Let's have a little look at that. Doesn't want to, there you go, look at the difference that's made. Okay, so I'm going to stick with my white. I'm going to sort of focus on these little gaps that we've got in between, but I want to imagine that this is sitting on top, almost like it's the lattice on top of an apple pie, maybe. And then let's go from here, look, and I'm going to follow it through. In there, it's going to come in here, then in this one, through this one. You see, it's naturally sort of curving. So wherever you find that it's leading, then it goes. All right. So I know I've gone over my black there, but this is fine because you can come back in, look, and add it. Okay. Oh, Janet, have I met? Oh yeah, there you are. I knew I'd miss one. I was just checking you were watching, Janet. I always miss one. Okay, so I'm going to double up that line. See, there. I can come back seeing any bits of white that have gone over the black. I can add that in afterwards. Okay. There we go. There we go. All done. First one. So if I turn it round a bit, I'm going to do another one. You can start from anywhere. You can start in the middle if you feel like you want to. And just sort of let it go where it sort of wants to. And then, of course, double up the lines wherever you can see them. You see? Let's put one in here. So I'm going to have one sort of a curve like this. Okay. And again, double up those lines. Okay, will I see that one? Maybe a tiny bit there. And turn it round again. So do I want to go this way? Do I want to go that way? Let's go this way. So I'm getting quite a lot in this one sort of piece, aren't I? But that's okay because I'm in control and I can add some more elsewhere. So you can put quite a few of these in and you can start to really see the shape. See, I'm going to go this way now. Let's go across back. So, you know, have a look at yours and you decide where you want to add more of these in. See, it's coming through. Now, of course, if you've used like a lighter tile, that's absolutely fine. I perhaps wouldn't do this in white pen because you wouldn't see it. Maybe you want to use a grey or a different colour pen so it's a little bit clearer for you and it sort of shows up. I think the idea is if you use a different colour, it's going to give you a little bit of interest underneath and it's not going to all look like it's on the top. So see what you think. Try it in a few different colours. Okay. See, now I've got quite a few there, not much going on there, so I can bring another one, look, this way. See, it sort of wanders around there, comes back in. And then again, double up the line into that one. Let's have a look. So we're about one over here. Again, you know, look at yours because it's going to be different to mine. And you put these where you think that they're going to be seen, or you want a little bit more interest maybe. I think that's the main thing. Let's put one in there. Okay. Oh, Yvonne, I know what you mean. Why are you ironing? What? It's too much time. It takes too much time. I iron when I only have to, when I absolutely 100% have to. I don't mind it. I'd rather iron a quilt, if I'm honest. Or a piece of sewing I'm making or something. I find shirts completely boring, if I'm honest. All right, let's have a look at this. So I'm going to come back in with my black pen. Oh, no. I'm going to whiten that up a bit there. And then have a look to see for any little places. You see like here that I've gone over with white. And fill it back in again. So just neatens it a little bit because we want that black line there. We want it to be in shadow. And you know, the black goes over fine. It's not a problem. Okay. So this might, you know, just be a little bit. I know, Wendy, yeah. It's like too much life goes by, doesn't it, when you're ironing? It takes too long. And then you just wear it and then you have to wash it and iron it again. I don't know. Okay. So you see, just having a look at where any of these sort of white lines have gone over. I might miss a few, I know, but that's okay. It's, as long as I get, you know, the ones I can really sort of spot. One there, look. Just makes life a little bit easier. Okay. Oh, definitely there, look. It makes you look a little bit closer, doesn't it? I think. You don't realise. And, okay. And a little bit there. So I don't mind going back over this and just sort of checking. I think as well it brings that blackness back, doesn't it? If you need it to. Bit there, look. Alright. I could do this for ages, but I'll probably leave it. Although there's one there, look. This is a good thing, you know, because I can look through a camera and I can see things real close up. So if you're looking at these from a distance, you perhaps wouldn't notice all of them. So as long as my white's not particularly going into my thicker black areas, you see like that one is. So sometimes, you know, if you're not sure, actually do what I'm doing, you know, get your camera out and actually have a look at it from quite a, you know, a close up like this. And you do see things differently. Okay, let's move out a little bit then. Okay, so we need some shadowing with this as well, and I'm going to use my white chalky pencil for this, and I'm going to sort of, remember that first one I did? I'm going to choose one of the sides, just one, and coming in with my white over the top there. Okay, and then let's have a look. So I'm going to sort of stick to the same side each time, if you know what I mean. So I'm always going to go on the left. Doesn't matter which way around they are. You see, I might go that way, so it's going to be that way. And then one that way. And that way. So you could switch it around, it's fine. So that's going to go there. Those little bits. You can see a bit there maybe. So that would be on the left in one sense. Okay, have I got all? Most of it? A bit there, look. Okay. So, tortillon, preferably a clean one. If you haven't got one, you could always sort of, you know, work it on a rubber. I'm going to use the back of a bit of card. Just take a bit of the graphite off. Look at that. Oh. And just lightly soften it off. You see? Soften it off. See, I missed one. But that's okay. I just sort of want that little bit of ease going in. Alright. It's almost got like a bit of a glow underneath, hasn't it? It doesn't have to be much. Got a bit in there. You can always add to it. You see, now that I know that we did the graphite to start with, I think, well, that was on the top, what's going on? But I wanted to get that in place because we're going to come in and put another layer on, but I wanted to sort of build up the layers a little bit today rather than try and do everything all in one go. Let's have a look at that. So that's sort of all that done. Let me see. Okay. So then I'm going to come back in with my regular pencil. Hang on, missed a bit. And I'm going to add a little bit more pencil in. Just sort of on the tops, you know, where we did before. Not so much. And sort of over the top of that bit. Because we've already got a layer, it's sort of building. Sometimes it is nice to go in with layers. See, just little bits. Oh, Charlotte, you noticed. Yeah, I've got it's on my desk here. I've got a few things that I'm working on my desk. Because of course it's Hobby Maker on Monday. So I wanted to give you some new bits and pieces to play with. Some quite interesting bits. So, okay, let's wander that in. I know I've done quite a few eyes of recent. I did the dragon, didn't I, at the class the other week? And I know quite a few were saying, oh, I really like the idea of being able to draw an eye. How do you do it? So with that in mind, I have actually put that in the instructions. Well, and I was going to show you more in, but Tommy's not brought me the paperwork in. I know, I can't get the staff. So I've got some artwork I can show you. Do you want to see the artwork? I'll show you in a minute. All right. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Not bad. So just before we sort of finish that off, I'm going to come in with pencil again. And you see where we started originally? We've got all these frames. Let's start with one we can sort of see. So here, look, we've got this shape, but this is like the back of the tile in a sense. Let's put a little bit of pencil in there. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for little gaps. Okay. So here, look, I've actually, see, that was the shape, that's the outside of it, and then here is sort of the tile. So follow it round and add a few little bits in places. You see, let's soften that off and see what's going to happen with that. You see? just go in a little bit so you can... Oh, my Zoom doesn't want to play today. You see, just giving that little bit of interest in those areas. And, makes it feel like it's actually got something going on there. Okay, a bit there, look. A little bit there. And of course, just coming back in with the and again, just add a little bit of that white chalk pencil. You see, just in some of the areas. I've not softened that one out. Oh, that one, goodness me. Too keen to get the white on, that's what it is. So let's have a little bit going on there. And then put it around there. And then let's soften that off a little bit. Ever so gentle. We sort of don't want to lose it, but we just want to blend it in a little bit, just into the background. Put a little bit in there. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to come back in that middle bit there. Just going to come with my pen, and I want to just sort of make sure that that first circle or bubble shape is nice and defined. See, and make sure some of my others. I'm just going to sort of go on this edge a little bit here. Maybe do one or two of them. One in there. Okay. All right. And last thing to do, initials. And there's our number 411. So let me just go and open the door and just bellow at somebody. Give me 1 second. And just like clockwork, I'm on the desk outside. So, what have we got then for Monday? Look at this. So we thought we'd do not just the eye, but we've got a few extra bits and pieces in there as well. And what if? Oh, have I got my artwork over there that I've coloured, Tommy, or not? Because it'd be nice for you to see some of the bits. Oh, look at these! You're gonna love these. Look at this. Oh, hang on, let's get the right one around. Look at this. So, if you're into playing cards, you might quite like the idea of actually creating something a bit different. Oh, there's no space on the desk anywhere. And of course, it would be a little bit different if we didn't have some backgrounds as well. So let's have a quick look at that eye. Look at this background stencil. Oh, look at that. So quite a few bits and pieces that you can, have a bit of a play with on Monday. So if you're around Monday afternoon, tune in and have a watch on Hobby Maker and see what it is we're doing. But should be good. So lots going on. And of course, don't forget the tile swap. If you're going to do that, you can pick any 2 tiles, any 2 out of book 12, or you can watch the videos if you want to from there. I'm sure Chris has already put them on a playlist. And you draw your own tile using those 2 tiles to sort of choose from. If you want to use every single tile in book 12 and mix them up and create a new one, you can do that too. So have a bit of fun, watch that and see what we do with that. So, okay, all done and sorted. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Enjoy this one. Have a bit of fun with it. Let's have just the 3 dimension on it is just lovely, isn't it? You could just keep going and keep going. So, okay, all sorted. Have a good one, and I will see you or catch you on Monday. Please post what you've done, post your pictures, and, you know, let's all sort of share in the different things we're doing. Doesn't matter what tangling, whether you're stamping. I've not seen many of the stamps yet. But just put it on and let's have a look at it. Even your sewing projects, if you've done a bit on Lock It Lane and things like that. I know we've got Sanntangle, but you can still put it on here. That'd be great. But other than that, have fun, everybody. Take care, and I will see you all on Monday. All right. Bye.